I'm still amazing at history. But oh, Ralphie, you're live streaming? Wow, you're gonna live stream my story?
Yeah, might as well.
Ooh,
I mean, I'm not
streaming?
live streaming because my brother wants to see me play. That's why.
Oh, well, he could hear my story. I mean, you can mute me if you want, but
It's
Wait,
okay.
where are you live streaming now?
Yeah, Twitch.com.
Twitch TV, by the way.
Twitch or YouTube?
YouTube. Oh my, we're playing Dom. I want to play TDM or Chaos TDM.
What's your name on YouTube?
It was all good, Josh. It was all good, all fun and games until she got. I don't know how to say it. I'm just gonna say comfortable, I guess. She got comfortable, and she started like, I mean, I guess you could call it roasts. They weren't really good roasts. They were just like the typical roasts for me. Like at the time, remember I had braces, I had acne, and my last name was Lamb, so she was always poking fun at me. And at first I really didn't care. I really didn't care, like, at all. And apparently neither did the teachers, because they would listen to her and they wouldn't do shit. Yeah. So anyways, after a while I was just like whatever about it, and then one day she just got too crazy about it, and she just wouldn't stop for like one day, and I asked her to stop. Like, filled with hormones and shit. I was just a little teenager. So I asked her to stop, and she stops for like one day, and then the next day passes, nothing happens, and then the next day comes, and then she goes back at it. And I'm like, okay, this bitch. So, like any normal person would do, you know what I did? Guess what I did? No, I got a notebook and I wrote a whole diss track, and I roasted her in so many ways in that notebook. No. So, the only one who knew were my friend Clyde, who he already graduated, and Andrew. And Andrew was just alright. So one day Andrew was just teasing, bro. He was just teasing. He said, "Ooh, Richard wrote a diss track on you, and he roasted you off page." And she's like, she looks at me and she's like, "Let me see it." And I'm like, "No, the fuck? I'm not gonna let you go look at my stuff. I had other shit in that notebook."
Capture the objective.
But anyways, she just kept on saying, "Oh, it doesn't even matter. You're too nice. You can't roast. You probably those roasts aren't even good."
Enemy has C.
Oh boy, was she wrong. So, next couple weeks, just like goes on normally. She's kind of just still doing the same thing and kind of just like, okay, whatever. And that was about the time when the Harambe meme was dying, and the Rick Harrison. And she followed me on Instagram, and like literally every single post I made, she either commented "Rip Harambe" or copy and pasted the Rick Harrison intro into my freaking comments. And I was like at the point, I'm like, bruh, stop it, please. Stop it, please. Please stop harassing me. I'm just a boy trying to get an education.
Taking Charlie. Supplies. First come, first serve.
So what happens after that? So
B secure.
part. Okay, so let's go. Okay, right here. This is Mr. Rose's class. All right, I remember. I don't come to school on a Tuesday. I had an appointment for, I think, ortho, my braces. I don't come to school on Tuesday.
Losing B.
So I didn't have her that day. And I go on Thursday, and I find out I had a notebook check for Mr. Rose. So I asked him, "Hey, can I do my notebook check after or I leave my backpack at my desk, you know, expecting nothing to happen to my backpack, bro, because that's my personal stuff, you know, my personal stuff. I think it's one of the rules in Alvarez, you know, people have their personal property, do not touch it."
Securing Bravo.
So I go to Mr. Rose and I ask him, "Hey, can I do my notebook check?" He said, "Yeah, you can either come by during lunch or after school." And I said, "Okay, cool, cheerio." And hold and behold, I go back to my desk, and my notebook is on table, and she has like her arms crossed or something. She has her chair turned to the corner,
planted.
And she looks all sad. I'm like, oh, okay then.
Losing Bravo.
I mean, I guess she looked at it, but that's her fault. Told her not to.
We lost Bravo.
So anyways, that day passes. The rest of my day goes pretty good, you know. I eat my lunch. What do I do? What did I do at the time? I hung out with Carlos and Fahad. And alright, here's the ironic thing, alright?
Hostile UAV circling.
So the next day, Gonzalez, girls tennis, play against Alvarez, girls tennis.
Losing A.
And
Hostiles
on the Friday,
established
basically the day
UAVs.
after the whole incident, and they start talking to me, the girls players from Gonzalez, and they're asking me, do I ever plan on
We
coming
lost
back?
Alpha.
And I told them no, that I don't, so that I liked it there. Or I liked it at Alvarez, it was better than Gonzalez, like Gonzalez sucks. Alvarez was 10 times better, not even close.
Net call. Hostile Hellstorm inbound. Multiple hostile UAVs
Gonzalez.
operating.
Gonzalez is trash, dude. Anyways.
Come on.
I tell them all this, and then we at each other on Snapchat and shit, and I go on my merry way. I go back home, have a hamburger from McDonald's. Good day. And I noticed when I posted my memes on that weekend, I got no Rick Harrisons and no Rick Ferrantes. I'm like, maybe I did a thing. Maybe I did a thing. I did a thing, guys. I don't gotta worry about this bit anymore. So I go on my weekend, bro. I'm happy, bro. I'm happy as can be. Just minding my own business, not bothering anyone. And oh boy, this next week is probably the craziest week of my life.
Losing B.
So Monday comes, and Monday is 1, 2, 3, 4, blah 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 blah. You have all your classes, whatever. I have all my classes, and the first period I have Mr. Ake. So I go to Mr. Ake, I'm there, she's there, Andrew's there, Alberto's there, the boy.
That guy dropped.
Alberto, the boy. And then my little boy Alberto, he's there, we're chilling, right? Paige comes in. She looks all like sad and shit. She sits down, then she gets called out to the office, and she walks out and she looks at me, and then she just leaves, and I'm like, okay, babe. I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm minding my own business, right?
Pleasure watching
Just
you
doing my
work,
work like always. Mr. X's history class probably had like the best grade in there because I was like the only person who wasn't a jag or a white boy. I was basically the only person who didn't know like they had a gun in their bag. But I had second period, I had Avid.
Secure the objectives.
What?
Taking C.
Ready to turn up the heat.
So,
Charlie secure.
second period I had Avid with
Enemy took
Mr.
Alpha.
Bainbridge. And
We're taking the lead.
I was just chilling in there, ignoring Mr. Bainbridge like I always do, or like I always did. And for some reason, they had to call a campus security officer. My first question to that was, where am I gonna run? I live in Gonzalez. I have like little or no friends here. Like, where am I gonna go? Even if I could run, where would I go? I don't think you guys had to call a campus security officer. You could have just called the phone, and I probably would have gone, not knowing what the hell is going on. The second security officer walks in, I already know what's up.
Enemy has Bravo.
No, they pulled me out of class, and I grabbed my shit, and I'm like, okay. And everyone was like, you know, like in elementary school, and it was like, ooh, you're in trouble.
Bro, I fucking hate it.
Hostile
That's
UAV
basically my whole class, you know, a whole class of smart people wanting to go to college, mature kids saying, ooh, you're in trouble. I'm like, bro, shut up.
Hostiles have
Shut
established
up, bruh.
multiple UAVs. Net call.
Anyways.
Hostile Hellstorm inbound.
I
Multiple
go,
hostile UAVs
they throw me
operating.
into the assistant principal's office, you know, Miss Sanchez?
That's a kill.
Enemy attack chopper above.
Yeah, the redhead one, the one with the big old nose. Yeah,
Oh,
me
yeah.
too, Martin.
Going down.
Triple.
Anyways, she comes into the office, right?
Bravo secure.
She's like, "Oh wow, you went to play soccer at the pool, huh?" And by that, me, Fahad, Carlos, and a bunch of other gamers would play. Yeah, that's dope. Yeah, that's dope. Yeah, that's where we play soccer, bro. She's like, "Oh, you went to play soccer?" I'm like, "Yeah." Okay. I don't even though you guys say I play soccer, I kind of just stand there. And if the ball comes to me, my leg will move towards it. So that's it. I don't consider it playing soccer. But anyways.
Come on, Rafi.
She's like talking about some stuff, and then
Dude, they
she
have
just
a
turns
fucking-
her tone just changes. Like just like, let me see your bag. And it's like, whoa. 0 to 100 real quick.
Engaged.
I have the notebook. See, I try to give her the decoys. I try to give her the biology and the computer class. I tried to give her the switcheroos. And she looked. She went through them, and she just took my bag. And she found the notebook. She took it. And she left the room for a bit. I was kind of just sitting there, twiddling my thumbs. I'm like, what is she gonna do? Why she has my notebook? Oh, is this the end? Is this the end? Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Oh shit!
And then she comes back in the room. She comes back in the room like some sort of CSI agent or freaking FBI SWAT. Freaking puts the notebook on the freaking table and a freaking printed out copy saying, "We have clear evidence right here that you're harassing another student." I'm like, okay, calm down, bitch. You don't even know the whole story, first of all. And well, I'm trying to explain my side of the story. She's just not listening. Like, I'm explaining it and she's just on her computer. She's freaking looking at the paper that I wrote and she's just typing. And then I'm like, wait, why am I even okay? And then she looks at me, she gives me a pen and a paper. And I'm like, so excuse me?
Ruin burnt.
I'm like seconds away of just taking off my shoe and yeeting it at her. But you know, I'm already in trouble enough. I don't need assaulting authority on my record. But she's just there, she's talking. She's like giving me all these papers. Oh, you're gonna sign this? I'm like, well, I don't have to sign shit. What do you mean? And she's just giving me all these papers. Like, oh, you're gonna sign right here, sign right here. And I'm like, why? She's like, because you're getting suspended. You're getting suspended for 3 days. No, it wasn't 3 days, 2 days. And I was confused. I'm like,
FBI Hellstorm.
why? So she just like suspended me right there on the spot. And think about it like this, because Paige is a girl, a white girl. I'm a Latin American boy. She took Paige's side of the story, and she didn't even think about Paige's story and went with it. So she just suspended me on the spot. And I thought that was stupid. I thought that was stupid. So I go to this. I'm in the, you know, the detention center, the one in that freaking building. Yeah, I was in there for 2 days. And my grandma, I don't know if you remember, she works at the school. She's the registrar. And I go into her office because she usually takes me home. She takes me back to Gonzales, and I'm like, I got suspended. And she was all confused. She's like, why'd you get suspended? I'm like, because apparently I was harassing someone, and I gave her the paper of all the things that it said. I told her my side of the story, and she's like, what the heck? And she called my mom, and my mom was not happy. She was not a happy camper. And she was so mad. Like, I think she probably heard that part of me harassing someone, but once I told her my side of the story, she wasn't mad at me. She was mad at the school for not doing research in the whole freaking, or doing investigation on the subject, and how they just went straight in. Yeah, they took her side I had teachers who listened on story, which they probably would get in trouble. I hope they did get in trouble because they didn't report it.
Mars, my
But-
last game, dude.
Come on, dude.
Dude, Martin, you guys have school tomorrow. Shut up.
What time is it?
It's 8:30.
Yeah, what the fuck?
It's already way past your
Fine.
bedtime, Martin.
Go to the gym.
Oh, shut up.
Anyways,
Wow, like that.
I'm suspended, and my mom calls in for a meeting with the principal, Miss Axel, at the time. Yeah, I know she got fired. One of the reasons why was because of this incident.
Fuck her,
That was
I
like-
hated her.
Not like this wasn't a mainly reason, but because of what she did, is gonna be part of one of the reasons why people were trying to get her off of the top or the principal. But mom calls her and asks for a meeting. That's whatever. And so she has the meeting scheduled for Wednesday or Thursday. I think it's one of those days. And I go back to the detention center, and then I get called in by my counselor, Miss Basurto.
Let's go.
No.
I go to her office, and she's telling me all this stuff, like, oh my god, what happened? Oh my god, how can we fix this? And I said, I don't know.
Taking C.
I had no clue. I was still in shock of the whole
C
event,
secure.
of how somehow she was able to turn the table on
Winning
me
this.
from her technically breaking the rules like so many times. You know, she could go through my stuff, she could talk shit, she could insult me,
Enemy took Bravo.
continuously harass me. But you know, it's okay because she's a girl. This is an example of what's
thanks,
called
Martin.
double
We're
standards.
losing the fight.
But anyways, we get to she asked my counselor. She asked for a CRT,
Ready to drop
which is it's me, my counselor. She gets the girl, or she gets paid, and she gets her counselor. And we have a meeting to discuss what happened. I said, okay, I don't care. If you want to do it, then do it. And she said, I have to ask her.
Taking
So I don't
A.
know why I have to ask her, but I guess I'll ask her.
Taking B.
So I slide into the DMs, bro.
Losing C.
Right?
Alpha
Slide
lockdown.
into the DMs and I say, hey, counselors
All
asked if you want to have a
locations locked
CRT.
down. Dig in and hold 'em.
Is that
Enemy
fine?
has C.
And she said, she's something that's stupid. Bitchiest thing I've ever fucking heard, dude.
Losing
I don't
B.
feel safe around you. I don't feel safe around you. Can I
pulled
bring my
ahead.
friend? Yeah, she doesn't feel safe around me of
Enemy
all
took
people.
Bravo.
Me, the guy who's from Gonzales,
Enemy
not from
UAV
Salinas.
above.
Least likely to be affiliated with the gang. Least likely to have a gun, a knife, or any sort of
We
weapon.
lost the advantage.
Like the only thing you should be scared of is me roasting you again.
Securing Bravo.
But why would I do that in person when I could just do it over text
Being
again?
dominated.
Why not?
Get
You already went
aggressive.
through my stuff, so why don't I just do it to your face this
Securing
time?
C.
But anyways, I just said, oh, okay, whatever. If the counselors allowed it, then go
C
for
locked
it.
down.
And I think she says like a couple more things, and I said like a couple more things. Nothing really matters. Like, oh, I don't know, maybe like this time this week. I don't know. Let me ask her. I'll respond, or I'll send you a message back if they send a date, or if they'll just call us out of class. She says, okay. I go back to school the next day. All right. My in-house suspension is over,
Securing
and this
A.
is the day that my mom is going to do the meeting. You know what this bitch does?
Location secure. Maintain
I get a
current
text from my
posture.
grandma, and she says, Mr.
taking
Nguyen
the
wants to
lead.
see you. Remember Mr. Nguyen, right?
He's chill.
Yeah.
Recon kill. Losing Charlie.
So Mr. Nguyen wants to see you in his office. I'm like, okay, whatever. I had him for math.
Losing B.
It's be like a math thing because I was failing math at the
We
time.
lost Charlie.
Because I freaking suck at math. I missed part. Hashtag free the nigga park. At home, crying that he doesn't have a job. But anyways,
Securing Charlie.
man. I touched Martin's ass.
What the fuck?
Martin don't act like he didn't like
Location
it.
locked
Anyways.
down. Dig in and hold 'em.
That's Jason's, not mine.
Losing Bravo.
No, you touched Jason's. I didn't. You did. Anyways,
Enemy has
so he shows me a paper. You know what this paper has, Josh? You know what this fucking paper has? It's a printed out copy of our conversation on Instagram.
enemy took Charlie.
This bitch actually cut printed out our freaking conversation. Nothing bad happened. Yeah. So, Mr. Nguyen, I was a good friend with him, I guess, because I was in his math class for summer, for like the summer program. I was like one of the better students, well behaved. And Mr. Nguyen tells me, he's like, oh, I knew you were one of the better behaved students, and this is obviously not like you. You didn't even mean any harm. You were just telling her about this. But technically, I somehow violated a contract.
Enemy UAV above.
That I apparently signed, which I'm pretty sure I didn't, but it was just a part of the suspension. Apparently, that I'm not allowed to have contact with her. But in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, what are they gonna do to her? Because she technically responded back. Is she gonna go without repercussions? And guess what? She went without repercussions. I get 1 day lunch detention.
Losing Alpha.
I'm like, I mean, I'm just like, okay, at least it's not another suspension.
Hostile UAV
Whatever.
circling.
So I go do my lunch detention, and during one of my lunch detention, that's when my mom went to go do the meeting with the principal, and I get called into the principal's office during my lunch detention, and I'm like, okay, whatever, I'm just gonna go on my merry way to my to the principal's office, and I go in. My mom is on like, she's like super mad. She's like on the verge of tears. What the hell is the principal even telling my mom?
You took this round, but we're not
No.
done yet.
So